Somebody said on Instagram that they want to be my slave. Yeah, sure. Sign up for that. Wash my clothes, cook my food, pay my bills. Hey crew, welcome back to this Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and I'm very happy to be with you here today. This is going to be the final episode in the Committed Love series. If you guys are feeling nostalgic after this video, I would highly recommend looking down in the description box, because the series that I've just created here, which contains in total 5 episodes, can be enhanced by an additional 4 pick-a-card readings that I created in the past. So in total, if you add up those pick-a-cards plus this Committed to Love series, you have just about 9 episodes where you can put all your intent and energy into manifesting your next love commitment. So, as I've accustomed you guys, we have 4 options here today. This is Crew 1, and we have here the Present card. Okay, and I also will pull cards from the AffirmatorsTarot for you. This is Crew 2, and we have here the Non-duality game for Crew 2, and I have here the Illuminated Tarot for you. This is Crew 3, Root Chakra or Muladhara for you. And I have here the Voyager Tarot. And finally, we have the Stardust Crew, Crew 4. And we have the Mystisches Tarot. Okay, so in case you are wondering where do these cards come from, they come from the Empathic Oracle by Michelle Montzumas. Oh my God, I completely butchered her name. I'm really sorry about that. But it's the Empathic Oracle, guys. I absolutely love it. It was a donation from one of you kind souls, and I just thought I'd put it to good use today in this reading. This reading is going to be on the topic of the details of your settled life together. So after you got married, after you had your, honeymoon, how is your day-to-day, everyday life going to play out together with your future spouse? I hope to give you a lot of details to get you to imagine, to get you to manifest this connection, if indeed you're looking forward to a lovely, committed, real life relationship, okay? So I'll do my best to try to see what I pick up from as I tune into spirit. And if you've made your choice while I was blahing away, then I look forward to seeing you at your pile. I love you so much, guys. Take care. Hey Group 1, hey my loves, I'm so happy to have you here on the Spiritual Social with me. Welcome to the final episode in the Committed Love series. This is going to be on the topic of your settled life together with your spouse. You can enjoy this video on its own or as part of the series, however you wish. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Present card. I will call you the Present Crew. Okay, so you can teach us all a lesson about being in the present moment, being grounded. And I think something tells me, and I think at the same time, you guys know I couple things very easily. Something tells me that you will actually really enjoy the present reality when you will meet your spouse. I have a feeling that you guys tend to disconnect very easily from your present situation, that you might travel astrally or mentally, you might easily daydream, and it's very hard for something or someone to keep you focused in the present moment. I'm getting very strong Pisces and Gemini energy, okay? You could either emotionally travel to another realm or mentally think about 2 or 3 things at the same time. When you will meet your spouse, I have a feeling that you're going to be able to really focus on your person and on the time that you will spend together. That's just the initial message I got. You have here outer core fluidity as your oracle card. So yeah, Pisces energy. Also, I'm getting some Venusian vibes. I have a feeling your spouse is going to be very beautiful, and that might be what gets you to focus on them, right? We also have your gateway. This is Saturn to me energy. It's also the 5th house. The 5th house is considered in esoteric astrological knowledge as the gateway, the part of our life that is focused on fun, performance, where we radiate. It is the house naturally ruled by the sun, and it speaks about how we are using our skills in order to get what we want in life. So I think that both you and your partner are going to be really talented. You might have a lot of things that you enjoy to do together in your free time. You enjoy doing, rather. That's the grammatical correct form of that sentence. So you enjoy doing a lot of things. I feel like you guys could be artistic. You could play the ukulele. You can create like puppet show, puppet theaters. You could have a ton of DIY projects together. I think if you listen to the other the other pick a card reading in the Committed Love series, my mind is just compacting everything. So I think that you guys parse through information really quickly. It's like you jump from one thing very fast, or you know things even before being able to articulate them or to tell other people how you know them. Yeah, very strong Gemini, very strong Pisces energy. You guys are really psychic and out there with your communications, you know? You communicate and you perceive messages from different sources at the same time on many different levels, right? So that gives you a depth of knowledge that other people don't have, or a breadth of knowledge, right? Because Gemini is about breadth of knowledge, amassing information from different sources very quickly but superficially, while Pisces is more about swimming up and swimming high, swimming low and swimming high, you know? It's a lot about feeling your way through things and not being able to have boundaries as to what you can take in from your environment. I can feel as well that as I was focusing on that, I need to focus on the cards for them to actually flip. So there is something here about focus. Your settled life together with your partner is going to get you to focus on everyday matters, but at the same time I feel like you guys are gonna be very creative, so you're gonna have your fingers in many different pots at the same time. I feel that you will definitely need some people around you to help you with everyday matters, like taking care of the kids. You might hire a nanny, or cleaning the house. You might hire a housekeeper, you know. And I'm getting a sense that you guys are open-minded. You don't care about the gender of the person or the age of that person that helps you out. It's just like, we need help. Anyone, anyone who can help us raise our family, you know, like you need a village to raise a family. You guys go by that idea. Why can I speak properly? I don't know, guys. It's like English, activate. You guys know I'm Romanian, so sometimes I think just by being in my Romanian environment and trying to speak English, there is like this glitch that happens in my unconscious. Anyway, enough about that. But this could be significant. You guys could actually have a polyglot family. So maybe you come from a different culture, your spouse is gonna be from a different culture, and you speak in the household in 2 or 3 different languages, right? Your nanny or your housekeeper could be from another culture, so you add on another language on top of that. And I feel that your children are gonna be raised in this really fun and exciting atmosphere where they might take a while before they speak, because they are picking up on many different languages and grammar and syntax systems at the same time, right? So yeah, I feel like your house is gonna be very fun, very brainy, very creative. Let's look at your tarot cards. So we have here the Queen of Pentacles. You're really gonna enjoy your settled life together. You're gonna have an abundance of everything. I feel like you're going to have like a lot of storage space. That storage space is always going to be filled with jams and preserves and cans and all sorts of herbs and potions, whatever it is that you're working on. I feel that you're a person that really loves to be in touch with natural elements, natural food. You might be like a vegan parent, or I don't know, you might have like a special diet. I think this came up in other episodes in my Committed Love series, so maybe you chose one of the options that in which I was talking about this focus on natural food, natural environments. Yeah, and I think that you guys will have a lot. Will have plenty of whatever it is that you need. Plenty of crayons, plenty of notebooks, good furniture, money, opportunities to send your children camping or to send them away for a couple of exchange months to study in another place, right? This is about financial and material prosperity. And I think you will be the one that will manage it. So if you are the feminine counterpart, you will be the one that will manage it. We have here the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, feeling like you need to juggle two things at the same time. As I said, this will be a fun and awesome everyday lifestyle. I don't think that you and your partner will have a very strict routine in place. I think you're these kind of people that wake up in the morning and you're like reaching out to the first thing that can get you going, like cup of coffee, you know, or like drink lots of water, or I need my kombucha tea, or I need my, you know, energizing smoothie in order to just get out of bed. And then when you get out of bed, it's not a question of actually having a very strict daily routine. It's a question of, I have this list of to-do things. How can I combine things? How can I do two things at the same time? Who gets to help me in what moment? And how can I just organize things on the go? I think one of you, especially the one that has a Gemini influence, if you resonated with that, you don't have to be a Gemini, but you could be ruled by Mercury. You could have Mercury on your ascendant. You could be a Virgo or have a stellium in Virgo as well. It's a lot about adapting very quickly and flexibly to new information, you know. So you might call people a lot, you might reorganize or reschedule certain moments of the day, but it's going to feel like your life is very dynamic and very full of things. So I feel that, you know, you will have plenty, and from the point of view of material and financial tangible objects in your life, plenty of opportunities to socialize, to meet with people, because abundance is also about having friends, right? And having relatives and having opportunities and having a good job that keeps you busy, right? And you will have those, but it will be quite every day. It will feel like you're waking up to a chaos that you need to somehow organize, right? And your partner is going to be very similar to you. I feel here with the Five of Swords, you might have some arguments with your partner regarding who is right in this case, or what is the best way in which you can approach the situation. And I think the arguments will happen is just because you guys are going to be in this flow of all sorts of things happening to you all the time, and sometimes you can get stressed, you know. Sometimes if you did not have your cup of coffee or your kombucha mixture or your smoothie or energizing smoothie in the morning, if you didn't have some time to say a prayer or to have that daily spiritual thing that kind of gets you up and gets you going, you might, you know, the whole day could turn into a train wreck because you're juggling many things at the same time. And if you are not in a good mood, if you're not connected to some sort of inner sense of calm, that chaos is going to overwhelm you, you know. I feel that you guys could have a big family as well, and that could contribute to this fun chaos around you. So don't get me wrong, it's not like I think that you are going to be overwhelmed with worries or difficult things. It's just that you will wake up to a reality that has plenty, and that plenty needs to be managed somehow, right? And that is the daily work of needing to manage your plenty that is going to take up most of your settled life together with your partner. I feel as well that you guys are going to go on holidays, or you're going to go on retreats, but you're going to bring your family with you. I have a feeling that you will most likely travel to places where you get invited by other friends that have families. So you might have a group of friends in France, right? And they have maybe a farmhouse there, and they invite you for a weekend over, and you're gonna bring your children with you as well. They will have their children, and it will be like madness, you know, when the two teams of children meet. It's like it's on, you know, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a challenge to get them to eat on time, you know, to get them to sleep on time, to get them to not kick each other, right? But I think that this is all giving me a really positive energy. I mean, you have here the world. I have a feeling you guys have friends from different cultures. You're very tolerant, you're very accepting. I think that you have friends from different social economic backgrounds, so it's not like you are trying desperately to keep up with the Joneses and to have the best car and live in the best neighborhood and only talk to, I don't know, politicians or professors or doctors or lawyers, right? No, I have a feeling you guys are a pick and mix kind of couple, you know. It's like your husband, and for some of you, I don't know why, either you or your husband could be Jewish. Your husband potentially has quite an artistic profession, and he is bringing his friends from, his group of, his social group, from his group of friends. He's bringing his friends from his group of friends, yeah. I have a feeling you guys are going to stumble upon these kind of things. You know, there will be cross communication often, which is not only going to lead to arguments, but it will also lead to a lot of laughter. It's like, what did you do? You put the eggs in the bathroom. Like, I told you not to be distracted. Take the eggs from the bathroom and put them in the fridge. What? There's a hippo in the fridge, like a toy hippo? How did that get in there? You know, so it's like, I don't know if you guys seen the movie, but it's Home Alone. Have you seen Kevin's family, right? I'm getting a sense of that kind of family, right? It's like you have a house with plenty, lots of kids, lots of relatives, and it's crazy. People are talking over each other's heads. You're packing, you're trying to get ready to go on a holiday trip. All in all, I think that this is going to be a great experience, right? Lots of things to handle, lots of things to deal with. Communications will abound. There will be a chaos, but there will be a beautiful, fun chaos that you will, how should I say, you signed up for this, right? You wanted a life that is dynamic, that gets you to feel like you can participate, like you can help out. I feel that without this chaos, you will feel slightly depressed or sad, you know? I'm getting a sense that if you're a person that is looking for something much more calm and tranquil and more orderly, you have chosen the wrong path. Sometimes our intuition can mislead us, you know? Or maybe there is a deep desire within you to genuinely have this kind of lifestyle, even though by yourself you might be worried, how am I going to handle this? But once you're going to meet your spouse, you're just going to go on this adventure and it's going to be super fun, right? At the end of the day, you like to make yourself a cup of cocoa with your partner. I see that you guys might be in a kitchen talking about how your day went. You're both ultra exhausted by all the communications, by all the arrangements, but you're happy, you know? I see you guys patting each other's back and giving yourself a pat on the shoulder, going like, well done, buddy, we survived another day, you know? I feel like you guys are also gonna give each other foot massages, or there is something about your feet, like when you're in bed, you like to cuddle or spoon one another, and there will be like this kind of, you like to touch each other's feet, like that will be your moment of, I'm safe, I'm grounded, I'm really thankful for everything that has happened today. It's like you would like to get underneath the bed sheets with your partner, and once you feel their feet next to yours, even though they might not be naked, there might be like, you know, with socks, because one of your partner could, either you or your partner could have like cold feet. I have a feeling that that moment when you touch each other's feet, it's like, I can relax, you know? It's like, my day has been complete, you know? That is your point of safety. But all in all, I have a feeling that it's going to be difficult for you to be in the present, but because you're going to strive to be in the present, you'll be really grounded in your reality. Your spouse will definitely wake you up. It will re-energize your life when you meet them. You will have so much of everything, and you will just... it will just be fun. It will be an adventure every day, trying to organize all that plenty that you guys are making, yeah? There will be many communications. You could also have people living in with you in the household. You could have friends coming over. You could rent a part of your house for other people to enjoy. Yeah, there's just a sense of community, a sense of your doors are not going to be shut. You know, you don't live in a house that is going to be fenced up. This is a feeling of people coming in and out, communications coming all the time, invitations, dinner parties, birthday parties, you know, having to write postcards, thank you notes, you know, things like that. Mom, where are my socks? Where are my shoes? Where are my ballet? Where's my ballet equipment? Where's my hockey equipment? You know, things like that. It's like, the everyday joy of trying to organize yourselves, right? So all in all, I think this is going to be very beautiful. This is going to be ultra fun. And yeah, you will have these moments of quiet, especially towards the end of the day, when you're just going to be together with your spouse going like, high five, we did it. And tomorrow we're going to have to get up and do it again. So I do think that you guys could benefit from time to time from holidays and trips away from your current place of living. Just that when you come back, you will be able to deeply appreciate what you have, because you have a lot and your life will be incredibly beautiful. Okay, so your settled life together sounds a lot like it will be quite dynamic rather than settled, and I think you'll enjoy it a lot. It will really stimulate you and make you feel like you're actively participating actively participating in the creation of your own reality. Okay guys, and I'll see myself out because I cannot talk. Need to drink some water. Thank you so much. If you've been enjoying this pick a card reading, if you stayed until the end and listened all through, I look forward to seeing you in my next reading. From now on, I'm going to start off with my other love readings and astrological videos since I'm wrapping up this series. Thank you guys for being together with me on this channel. I'm sending you so much love. Bye. Hey group 2, hey my loves, I'm so happy to have you here with me. This is the final installment in my Committed Love series. We are looking at the details of your settled life together with your spouse. I can already feel how the energy shifted from group 1. I don't know why, but group 1 has been so excitable and fun throughout the series. But your energy is a bit more settled, right? So this is for those of you that have chosen the non-duality card from the Empathic Oracle. So let's find out right now, what are the details of this married life that you will have together with your spouse. I'm going to show you your oracle cards, and then I'll pull some cards from the Illuminated Tarot. And my hair is actually, I didn't have time to dry it, guys. It's going to dry out throughout the duration of this pick a card reading. So bear with me. We have here purity. Really nice. I'm already getting kind of like a very organized, minimalistic kind of setup. Wow, clarity, mountain, definitely. So I'm getting very strong Capricorn and Virgo vibes with you. This is a lot about having your proverbial shit in order. So I basically think that you guys are going to have, contrary to pile 1, quite an established routine. You will be able to like, I feel the moment you wake up in the morning, you might wake up with blinds automatically being drawn, or somebody might wake you up. You might actually set up an alarm clock that is very soothing and calm. And you're just gonna start the day like with a cup of black coffee and like a really, really good but nourishing and energizing breakfast. And I think you guys are gonna be quite silent. I feel like quite silent and quite, how should I say, it takes you a while to wake up, both of you, and I think you're just gonna slowly touch each other in the morning, like just I'm here, you know, I'm just gonna get up and go to the toilet. But it's like you guys don't need words to express that to one another. It's just like there will be a flow between you two, and I think a lot of things will be done in silence, and a lot of things will be done quite like, I'm getting a sense of silent ballet or silent disco kind of energy. I don't know if you guys watched any of those, but it's like synchronized perfection done in silence, if that is making any sense. I have a feeling that you guys are quite status conscious. You are wearing very good clothes. You have like a setup or a surrounding where you prefer peace, because I think you guys have very high-powered jobs, or you work in the realm of spirituality, and being calm and centered is really important for your day-to-day living. I think that you guys, contrary to group 1, you're not gonna have like a lot of children. I think this is just one child, and you will have like a very like that child knows what to expect, because every day plays out in a similar manner. It's like you wake up at 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning. It's breakfast at 7:30. You know, you brush your teeth, you read the newspaper, you have a cup of coffee, and then you get ready to go to work. And then maybe you drop your child at work, and then you come home and you do some yoga, or vice versa. You do yoga first and then you take your child out. There is kind of a feeling that you do not leave the details of your daily environment to chance. Yeah, so there is a sense here that you guys like to have a routine. You like to know what you're gonna do almost minute by minute, both you and your spouse. And I think that you enjoy the sense of safety, of knowing what you need to do in that day, because this is how you accomplish your goals. And I think that both you and your spouse are type A personalities. You know, you like to achieve a lot, and that's why you like to live a life of comfort. Wow, yes, yes, yes. So let me show you the cards. Yeah, okay, so we have the World card, similar to group 1. You got the World card as well, and this is the Ace of Pentacles, right? So working for your coin, working for that financial and material prosperity. We also have here the Queen of Wands. Yeah, and look, she's together with the Emperor. sexy coupling, right? So you're quite spiritual, you're quite a hot individual, you're quite feisty, and yeah, I think it took your spouse a while to get you, you know, and now that you have this commitment together, your spouse is really quite the planner, quite the organizer, and it was 4:44 when I looked at the recording time. So your spouse likes to earn a lot of money so he can provide a lot of security, a lot of order, a lot of protection for both you and your family. And you need this calm and this everyday routine and kind of knowing what to expect, because I feel like you, as I said, you could work either as a counselor, as a teacher, as a researcher, as somebody that is an artist or working with the spiritual realm, and you need that inner centeredness, and you can achieve that much better. You can concentrate on your craft if all the details, all the material, administrative, normal details are set in place, you know. So I'm getting the sense that, yeah, even your environment, I feel like you don't like to have lots of things around you, even though you can afford them. You like to have quality things around you, and you like to keep things as pure and as simple and as minimalistic as possible, because clutter can overwhelm you. Yeah, thanks, neighbor. That was a confirmation from spirit, okay? Clutter can overwhelm you, and it can easily kind of disturb your flow, kind of ramp you up, you know, in a negative way. I have a feeling that you spend most of your day apart from your partner, and again, towards dinner time, you guys can come together. I also feel that your partner could sometimes work many hours away from home, or they might need to spend some nights in the office because they have a high-powered job, and they have these really excruciating deadlines from time to time. You know, the Emperor is this person that works the hardest out of all the kings. He's a combination of all four of them, but he's like incredibly dedicated. He's the first one to arrive in the office and the last one to go home. He's not that quintessential cliche boss, that kind of toxic boss personality that just like gives other people work to do while he's just out screwing the secretary, you know. No, this is the Emperor, right? So this is a person that built his empire from scratch and has a group of loyal devotees and employees that he needs to manage. And I feel that this is a guy that really puts a lot of soul and effort into the abundance that he is achieving. And therefore, he will find it very hard to emotionally detach from his work. And sometimes he might need to stay up late at the office to work, you know. I feel that if he does that, and this is really sweet, but I feel like he calls in, you know, he calls in at 1 or 2 in the morning because he knows you're not sleeping. I feel like the majority of you, you're kind of like a night owl, you know, you're very in tune with your spiritual energy, and you get activated at nighttime when the moon is out. And he calls you, and you have these conversations while he might be at work, in between certain like documents that he needs to sign or whatever else he's working on. Maybe he's test tubing some viruses or whatever in the laboratory. This guy, you know, can work in a variety of different fields. You know, he can have his own research laboratory or testing his own car, vampire. You figure out what applies the most to your spouse or to the realm of the spouse. But this person could stay up at night and just call you, and you can have these really lovely, intimate conversations by phone as he's at work and you are at home trying to get some sleep. This is really sweet. And from time to time, you could go on these romantic escapades with your partner, getting a sense that there are moments when you might want to send your child away to camp, or, you know, for all these like skill-based training opportunities, right? Like they're learning how to become a ninja dojo in Japan for 3 weeks, you know, or something like that. And then you guys also, you park off some time to be together with each other. I think that intimacy and touching each other and having sex with each other is really important for the two of you. And whenever you feel like you kind of drifted apart, like there hasn't been some time scheduled for you guys to be intimate with each other, it's like, oof, we need to get back into that, because being in touch with each other's bodies is how you guys kind of build that sense of intimacy, that sense of we are together. You know, some couples are like that. You know, some couples need more the communicative aspect, others need more the physical touch to feel like I'm together with this person belongs to me, I feel close to them, you know. So I think this is what will happen. You guys will have some really sexy escapades. I'm hearing that you guys might go to Venice or like to really romantic places and really like Baroque hotels to make love, to eat good food, to chill and to just be together, because of the fact that quality time is necessary since this person kind of tends to overwork. I feel that your settled life together is something that you've always wanted. I have a feeling here with the star number 7, it's like part of your spiritual path to actually be together with a partner. And for some of you, you had to work really hard at it. I feel that some of you have a North Node in Libra, a North Node in Cancer, and it might have terrified you in the first part of your life to be together with a partner. Maybe you preferred being alone, you preferred focusing on work, but ever since you met your spouse, it's like that aspect has been more or less taken care of. You only work if you want to. You don't need to work, right? Because this guy is providing more than enough for the both of you and for your child. But I have a feeling here that your relationship with your spouse, it's part of your life destiny to be together with them. So it will make you feel fulfilled, as it will make you also feel like you need to put in some effort into it, you know? It's like the moment when you feel that you've spent too much time focusing on your own stuff, because you can do that. You can overdo it from the point of view of being too focused on your own goals, too focused on your own hobbies, on your own achievements. You pull yourself back and you remember, no, the relationship is important, you know? And you're this kind of couple that genuinely, from the beginning, even before you had the child, you know that it's gonna be the two of us for the rest of our lives. Yeah, our child is important. We're gonna take care of it. And it was 11/11 when I said that. But you will be aware that your child will leave home eventually. If you guys did a good job, your child is gonna wanna leave the home and travel the world and settle down in their own place and go and have a study adventures, right? So you are actively working at this relationship to each other, to remember that you're not just a father and a mother, a father, take it as it applies to your couple. But it's more about, you're also sexual beings. You're also beings that want to be in touch spiritually and soulfully with each other. So that intimacy between the two of you is the priority in the relationship. And then come all the other things, right? And I think this is an unspoken agreement between the two of you from the beginning, ever since you met one another. So it's really, really beautiful. I think that you guys are gonna blend so lovely. I feel like, again, as I had it here with the two cards, and it's such a remarkable thing that both of them came together. See, a sense of calm, a sense of purity. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just I want to sink into these cards. You guys might also be drawn to travel to Scandinavia. I don't know why, but like Norway or Sweden, or even in the Alps in Switzerland. I don't know, you might be drawn towards those places. Maybe that's where you guys will have your honeymoon, or that's where significant things happen, like you propose or you got pregnant, or I don't know. I have a feeling that you guys are very drawn towards snow, towards cold places. You might need to work there, you might live there. Yeah, there is a sense of ease, a sense of like, you don't need to focus so much on the hustle of everyday life, making ends meet, right? Earning money. This is more about emotional attachment, working at keeping that intimacy between the two of you strong, providing a lot of things for your child. But I feel like your child is more about, you know, your child will be very well taken care of, but you're not that kind of couple that plays a lot with their children. It's more like, you know, your child needs to play with members of its own age, so to say. So you facilitate play dates and you facilitate camps and extracurricular activities. But it's much more important for you guys, like you carry a sense that you are both individuals. You're not losing yourself in each other, nor in your role as a mother and a father, right? You will always remain yourselves, and you're very aware of that, and you have very good boundaries in place. And I have a feeling that you're both you will be quite well known or quite famous in your own right? I feel like your partner will be quite well respected in the community, if not internationally famous. And you yourself, like, you might be a locally well-known artist, or a tarot reader, or a psychotherapist. You know, I have a feeling that people actually come to you for help. You have this very sensual, nurturing, comforting energy about you. So this could be a coupling between two earth signs or two water and earth signs, right? So Scorpio and Virgo, or Capricorn and Taurus. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's like, it's a lot about this kind of sense of ease and comfort that you guys are looking to create and manifest in your life. Your settled life together will be very focused on your achievements, on your work. It will be routinized, but you guys will definitely enjoy and need this routine. There won't be that many people interfering into your connection. You guys live quite private, quite sweet, calm lives. You do prioritize the sense of calm and harmony, right? There won't be like loud noises or loud music or people coming in and out. It's more like you want to create an oasis of peace in your home. Together with your partner, you will have like all these technological gadgets and apps because you are living quite well off. I think that this is going to play into your relationship. And you will definitely live for your partner, in spite of the fact that you came into this lifetime with a very strong sense of self. There is a feeling here that you will collaborate, communicate. You will always talk to them about any big decision. You won't just go and make decisions on your own. There will be many lovely, romantic, intimate trips that you guys will take together. So I feel that you'll always be looking forward to those because it brings you closer to your partner, especially after a period of where they worked too hard. But yeah, there is a sense that you guys are so, it's like, oh, it's so sexy. I don't know, it's kind of like you're intimately close to each other even when you're apart. You're always thinking about each other, and it's very, like, this person sees you, like puts you on a pedestal and thinks that you're like so sexy and so beautiful, and you think the same about them, you know? You just admire each other, and it's very beautiful, right? It's kind of like a relationship between, I don't know, Cindy Crawford and her husband, right? A businessman, right? Or something like that. Yeah, it's really sweet. So I don't know if this will resonate with all of you, but it's definitely something to manifest and imagine and look forward to. It's a really beautiful story that I see in these cards. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you so much for sticking through this entire series. Go back and rewatch all of the episodes to help you manifest the commitment of your dreams. That is my hope. That was my intention with this series. And I generally hope to see you in my next string of pick a card readings that will be more about general topics. Bye, my loves. Hey, group 3. Hey, my darlings. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. This is the final installment in the Committed Love series. It will be pick a card reading on the topic of your settled life together with your future spouse. You can enjoy this video on its own or as part of the series, however you wish. This is for those of you that were drawn to the root chakra from the empathic oracle cards. So let's find out. Ooh, I'm getting, with you guys, I'm getting some sense of belly aches. Okay, there could be some health problems that you will need to learn to manage together with your spouse during your daily settled life routine. There might be some pills or some medications that you guys need to give each other just as an act of taking care of one another. Let's see the oracle cards that I have for you. Power. Whoa, volcanoes. Wow, great energy to start off with. And then we have inner peace. Yeah, so I think you guys are going to nurse each other back to health. You're going to take really good care of one another. You're going to try to empower each other. I feel that this could be whether by taking care of what you eat. So one of you might take charge of the cooking in the household, and you might take extra care to eat a lot of like root vegetables and greens, and, you know, have your 5 a day in terms of fruits. You might be very focused on having a water distiller or water dispenser in your household, or drinking only clear mineral water. There is a sense here that you guys, one of you is going to take the lead in taking care of your nutrition. The other one might be more concerned with optimism and empowering the other one through words, through gestures, kind of like being the other one's coach, right? So I'm getting the sense here of Virgo and Sagittarius energy. One of you is going to be quite optimistic and happy-go-lucky. The other one might be a bit more pragmatic and a little bit of a realist, right? Let's not just say pessimist. And I feel that one of you will provide the other with the structure that they need, while the other one will provide your partner, potentially you, I'm kind of getting that that will be you, you'll provide your partner with the optimism, the faith, the hey, you know, you can push through, you can do this, you know, you've got this, believe in yourself. So yeah, it's a really sweet, optimistic and pragmatic kind of blend, you know. Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? There is a sense here that you guys are going to want to do some things together. I feel that even if you have some hobbies, you might want to do them together. So I have a feeling because of this blend, because you guys are quite opposites, but together in your settled life, in your environment, in the life you'll build together, I feel like you have this kind of energy of opposites attract all the time, and you kind of need the other person's expertise or just physicality, just presence next to you to feel as if you are, it might sound weird, but complete. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? I feel that there is a lot of discourse out there at the moment, even in the tarot community, that, oh, you don't need anybody, you know, you need to be happy and whole on your own. Indeed, if you have a North Node in Aries or Capricorn. But if you have a North Node in Cancer or Libra, guys, pay attention to your astrological charts. If you have a Sun in the 7th house, if you have your Moon in the 8th, you need that intimacy, you need that partner, right? It's hard to just do it all on your own, and you don't have to. Astrologically, you are meant to couple up, partner up, cooperate, live the majority of your life together with someone else. Sometimes even blend your identity if you have a lot of planets in the 12th house as well. Yeah, so be very mindful of that. Don't allow other people to tell you what you should be living. Pay attention to your own astrological birth chart and the own influences and intuition that, you know, you feel like you need to follow down a particular path. And I feel that if with this group, if you've chosen this group, the majority of you are going to have to walk in life together with a partner, and the details of your settled life are going to be a really interesting blending of opposites attract. You're going to somehow make it work. People around you might actually question, why are you together with this person? They are so bland or so mousy or so like, you are so expansive and adventurous, and this person is like so, you know, comme il faut, you know, like very, a lot of French words are coming up, ranger, right? What the sorry guys. I think that a couple of you might marry somebody that is French speaking or Francophone. This person could also swear a lot when they get frustrated, because I think I'm channeling something here that is making me laugh a lot. I think you'll have a lot of fun with this person. The fact that they are so different than you will make you laugh, you know? And it will be kind of like a journey in, like, you know how when you accept yourself to such an extent that you're very comfortable with your mistakes, with the things you regret having done in your life, with your, you know, faults, you know that you're faulty, you know that you're imperfect, but you're comfortable with that. You're able to accept another person's faults and imperfections, right? And I think that this is what's happening. Such a beautiful, inspiring energy. So let's see right now. I'm going to pull some cards from the Voyager Tarot. It's a lot of rich information just with a couple of cards. So I feel that you guys will have, I'm getting a sense that you will have, you won't have that many things as group 1 had, for example, but you will really treasure the things that you have. I feel that especially you guys, you're gonna treasure your collection of books. You might have a very uniquely created collection of books. When you guys come together, you're gonna blend your books together. You're gonna have your own personal library, and it will be very, how should I say, personal, how you got a hold of those books, the journey towards there. This could also be the pairing of two people that are quite unique as personalities and quite different from each other as personalities, but you could be working in the same area. So for example, you both could be academics, right? But one of you is more optimistic, more happy to teach in front of a lot of students, while the other one is more introverted and much more, a little bit pessimistic and more attentive to details. So we have here the Woman of Worlds. Wow. And yeah, the keyword is preserver. I think you're really going to, okay, two things. You're really going to enjoy being pregnant, because this person is going to take care of all of your physical needs. This is going to be a very attentive spouse. And I also feel that, and I don't think that you guys are going to have a lot of kids. I'm getting one, and it could be a daughter. who would be very talented, especially in ballet or dancing. Oh my god, this is getting very specific. I'm gonna hold it in there. Thank you, Spirit. Let's make it more general. So yeah, I'm getting a sense that you really like to be taking care of your spouse. So your spouse, I think the brunt of the administrative daily work, paying bills, talking to plumbers, you know, repairing sinks or fixing light bulbs, or I don't know, fixing the garage door, things like that, are gonna fall on your partner, while you will be the nurturing, the creative, the optimistic, the confident one. Yeah. And I think you guys are gonna work very well together, but you will have very different than group 1 and 2. You will have distinctive things that you will do. For example, you might like to take care of ironing the clothes. Your partner is going to take care of taking the trash out, you know, or repairing the car. You might really enjoy vacuuming or cleaning, or you don't even have to enjoy it, but that will be your thing. You know, you relax if you do that particular daily duty, and you will, for example, hate doing other things, like maybe washing the dishes by hand. You don't like it. And for a while, maybe you guys won't have money to invest in a dishwasher, so your spouse is gonna have to take on that duty, right? So I feel that you're gonna complement each other very, very well, and you each will have your thing, what you would like to do and how you would like to do it. And I think it's gonna be part of this daily routine of managing your household that is really going to help you guys work through stressful feelings. I feel like, for example, you guys might even enjoy doing your nails. That might be something quite relaxing. Or yeah, cleaning tiles. I don't know why, but cleaning tiles might be something that you might enjoy doing. Yeah, and even when you'll be pregnant and some of those duties, you might not be able to do them, or it might be dangerous, or maybe you don't just want to do them anymore, your partner is gonna really help you out with that, and you're gonna really, really enjoy it. We also have here the Child of Crystals, the learner. Yeah, so I have a feeling that your daily duty is gonna be centered around periods of work and periods of study. I feel like you guys might be in a profession where you need to exercise lifelong learning. So for example, if you are academics or researchers, you're constantly needing to keep up to date with the latest developments in your field, right? So you might have a lot of you know, articles that you need to read. I think that most of your free time is gonna be spent working, reading. Maybe you are writers and you need to actually keep up to date with the latest novels. You know, you might need to spell check or proofread a couple of documents and send them out to your editor. I see that you guys will have quite a brainy, quite wow, okay, throat chakra block. You will have quite an intellectual life, and you will like to discuss about politics, news, all sorts of things like that. But it might be difficult for you guys to talk about your feelings. I feel like you guys, yeah, let me take a sip of my coffee. I feel like you guys might like to talk about news, facts, ideas, events, but not so much about your past and your emotions, okay? Okay, good. That was much better. So there will be something there about learning how to talk about your feelings, but I think you guys, instead of talking about them, you will process them through daily work, daily duties. Yeah, I have a feeling I see here with death, a lot of you might need to deal with some sort of relatives that might require your help, some relatives that might be you know, away at an asylum or in some sort of community of elderly people. This could be a mother or a father. I feel like you guys are closed off to the idea of having like conversations about these parents because they bring up some really traumatic and difficult things for you. But there will be a sense of like, you know, your spouse will understand that. They will not pressure you to talk about things you don't want to talk. There could be a lot of repression happening in the household. I'm just saying, okay? So there will be a sense that feelings won't necessarily be talked about. They will just be expressed and kind of laughed at, or they'll be kind of used in a sarcastic way. You know, you guys might make jokes. You might cry at movies. I feel like watching movies is gonna be your preferred way to escape. I feel that one of you will have a very rich imagination. The other one will be more rational, more realistic, as I said before. But I feel like you guys are gonna spend a lot of time together. Like even when you're working, you could be lying on the same couch. One of you will be on the laptop, the other one will be proofreading a manuscript and crossing things out. You know, you might have your feet on your partner as you're doing this. There will be a sense of like lots of cups of coffee and tea, and you know, kind of needing to have another person. I'm hearing an aunt or an uncle, a sister or brother that comes in from time to time to watch the kid or help you out, because you'll be having quite a lot of work to parse through, you know. So yeah, I'm getting the sense of quite a settled home life, a lot of time, you know, kind of resting on each other, taking naps on one another. I feel like you guys, this is the group that is closest to the thumbnail in this video, right? So the thumbnail shows James Dean reading Life magazine, and Elizabeth Taylor has just fallen asleep next to him, and he's actually reading an article about her. So you guys might be doing things like that, you know, if you're researchers, if you're writers, if you are journalists, if you publish, if you work in this world where you need to publish. I have a feeling that you might, you know, give each other feedback on one another's work. Maybe you might have done a PhD in the same department, or you need somebody's input on your PhD or on your research, and your partner is able to help you out with that, you know. So yeah, I'm getting a sense that you guys might work in the same field. You could also be art critics. You don't have to be academics, you know, art critics, or cultural writers, or you could have your own blog or whatever it is. I think that this is something, the life of two highly intellectual people, with the preserver and the learner here, and with the death card as well. You guys don't like to be in the limelight. This is not a group of performers. One of you would really like to teach and be in front of other people. You know, you might love to go to conferences, but the other one would be more the silent, shy type, you know. You like your, I think your spouse would like their work to speak for themselves, you know, rather than advertise themselves. They find that embarrassing. We have your Three of Cups, love. You're really going to enjoy your settled life together. I think you're gonna like the fact that your partner does not push you into being somebody you're not, is allowing you the space to grow and to learn. I think that for you, learning is a really, really big thing in this lifetime. I'm getting a sense of Scorpio and Libra. These are the energies that I'm getting here. You guys really like to read. You like words kind of really give you a lot of nourishment, you know. I feel that you might have grown up in a household that it was a lot about what people said rather than how they touched, or touch could have been forbidden, or there is a sense here that love is expressed in beautiful, kind words, or through mental ways, right? Like nice ideas, nice things being said. Yeah, I'm getting a sense that you guys might also play old-fashioned music in the household from time to time, like jazz or blues. And you generally might just like to relax at home. As I said, I think that your weekends as well will be spent mostly at home. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be quite an exciting lifestyle, to be honest, but it's very cozy and it's very safe, and it's the lifestyle that gives you the kind of nourishment that you require, you know. And you will be allowed to be yourself. I feel that this will be quite an equal give and take, you know. You guys could be both feminists, you could be quite into this gender equality kind of aspect, and you don't want to impose unnecessary demands on your partner. You don't want to own them, or you don't claim that you own them, and you definitely don't want to change them. You accept them for who they are. And as I said, you will have this opposite connect, you know, link. So you're just gonna you're creating a lot of inner peace in your household by just accepting one another for who it is you are, you know. Yeah, I think this is a really beautiful pairing. Yeah, and root chakra, your settled life together is going to create a lot of safety. It might feel boring from time to time, but it's a boredom that you are willing to put up with because it provides you with the safety that you need. I think a lot of you might not have been raised in households that gave you this consistency, this safety that you needed, and now you're creating it together with your partner. Okay? Wonderful. So I'm really happy for you. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Yeah, it felt very calming as well for me to tune into this energy. Thank you so much for being part of this series with me. I hope that you've enjoyed the videos. Please have a listen to all of them. Check the link down in the description box. I have 4 more videos, previous pick a card readings that fit very well within this series to help you manifest the love of your dreams. And I hope to see you in my next pick a card readings. They're going to be more general ones about feelings, divine masculines, divine feminines. I'll see how I feel guided by spirit. I'm sending you so much love. Ciao. Hey group 4, hey my loves, I'm so happy to have you here today. Welcome to the final installment in the Committed Love series. This is going to be a pick a card reading on the details of your settled life together with your spouse. And I'm really happy to say that I began this reading with my hair pretty wet. I didn't have time to dry it up, and by the time I reached your pile, everything is settled. Everything is good, you know. I have a very good feeling about your pick a card reading as well, so lucky you if you chose this option. This is my Stardust Crew, for those of you that were drawn to this gorgeous card from the Empathic Oracle. So let me first show you the Oracle cards you have. We have here Adventures. Wow! So already there's a tinge of the exotic in your settled life together. I'm always getting a feeling when I see this card of technological nomads, right? So you might have a life that is a little bit, how should I say, it might involve travel, or it might involve you being able to work from wherever place in the world you might want to be. So from time to time you might switch things up. You could potentially stay 6 months in one region and then travel 6 months in another part of the globe, maybe because you always like summer or heat and you're changing according to the season so that you never catch winter, or vice versa. You might really enjoy winter and you want to keep having winter all year long, so you move from the northern to the southern hemisphere. Or you might really like to be at the beach, someplace full of palm trees, someplace near water, so you might need to work online. As long as you have this internet connection, you'll be able to settle whichever in the world where you want. I'm getting a sense that you guys could have like a DIY home, like you might rent a bus and refurbish it and travel the world with it. And as long as you guys, as I said, as long as you are connected, plugged into the internet in some way, you'll be able to make your income and your revenue. I also see here, yeah, speed, movement, yeah. So it's a bit paradoxical, but your settled life together after marriage won't feel settled at all. It will be quite dynamic. You will go and explore a lot of things. You guys could actually earn an income by being by traveling. You know, you might get commissions from certain companies to travel the world, right? I think there was a famous couple on YouTube that used to do that. Like they used to travel to certain places, and they traveled to Romania once. That's how I discovered them, because I saw one of their clips and I really enjoyed the way my culture was portrayed in it. So yeah, it was that kind of an energy. You know, you guys could be YouTubers and you might travel the world on traveling commissions, and you have a very mobile and active, dynamic, settled life together. So I have a feeling that you might only have these moments of kind of grounding into a place for a longer period of time when you will need a medical care. So potentially when you will be pregnant, or if you're thinking of adopting children, you might need to have a residence in one place for a while, but that won't be for too long. I have a feeling you guys are gonna keep on moving, keep on growing, keep on exploring. Yeah, very strong Sagittarius and Leo energy. I feel like you guys love to feel like the world is your oyster. Yeah, and I have a feeling you're gonna power through this period even stronger after events like the pandemic or natural disasters that might block your capacity to move from place to place. It's like the more you're made to settle into a place, the more your sense of wanting to explore grows, right? And your desire to just travel the world and be an international citizen grows, right? So you will have some form of mobile income or an income from many different sources that will enable both you and your spouse to travel. And you'll love to live kind of like the life of a gypsy traveler, but on a more glamour scale, if you want to call it like that. I feel like you guys, you know, you'll be very happy to just put your kid in the backpack and just travel the world. If this is not the case of a YouTuber, I have a feeling you guys could be anthropologists, zoologists, botanists, and you need to travel to certain places for extended periods of time to be in a specific culture. You could be a sociologist as well, right? You need to map out the behaviors of a certain culture, or social anthropologist. So you might need to be away for extended periods of time. And your cards have fallen on the ground. And you know what? I'm not going to pick them up. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to continue shuffling until I have one more card. It's interesting because, yeah, thank you very much. So on the floor, I can see the Two of Swords and the card that came face down, and I can see here the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you guys could go through periods where you might worry whether your lifestyle is something that you can keep up, but I think that somehow through the laws of serendipity, through your own positive mentality, through your own love for what you do, you will be able to keep manifesting, you know, one foot in front of the other, and the mystery will be solved. And I have a feeling that here with the Queen of Coins, yeah, she popped up today earlier in, I think, group 1's energy, so you have a very similar energy to group 1. You guys really enjoy life. I don't know, together with your spouse you will really enjoy life. If you're worried at the moment that your life is a bit bland and boring, but you've always wanted to travel and to have adventures, well, guess what, my love? Here it is. Bam! You asked and it was delivered. So a lot of movement, a lot of activity. You will feel like you're coming out from this cage. Maybe you felt like, you know, you had to live with your parents for an extended period of time, or you had to work a lot of dead-end jobs that didn't fulfill you. Maybe you feel like your vocation is to travel the world and to meet people, to dabble in different cultures, right? You guys could have a lot of planets in your 11th and 9th house, which are about travel, expansion, vocation, finding the meaning of what it is you need to contribute to into this reality with, yeah? So you will definitely escape from this feeling. If you're feeling like this at the moment, you see the cage is unlocked and this person got their angel wings, yeah? There's more movement, more dynamism. You'll get, whoa. I got like, wow, such a headache all of a sudden, like somebody was pressing my head into something. This is interesting. This is weird energy. Yeah, I have a feeling that at the moment you might be feeling very trapped, right? Cabin feverish. But don't worry, I see beautiful things in your future, and definitely from the moment you marry your spouse, you will be able to travel the world, to indulge in different cuisines, to use up that energy, that need for speed, that drive that you have within you, to just partake in the beauty of life. You know, maybe I feel like you guys are very focused on gathering experiences, not objects or study, educational achievements, you know, things like that. I feel like you're more about, I want to feel how it is to sleep in a hammock overlooking, you know, with the southern hemisphere constellations looking down on me, or overlooking a savanna, right? Or I would like to know what it is to reach an oasis in the middle of the desert, right? Or to go on some sort of like rally or competition by car somewhere in a vast landscape full of rocks, right? Or, I don't know, find some skulls, some really beautiful preserved skulls in the dry heat of Arizona, right? Things like that. So I think that you're really, or you might want to see the northern lights, right? You might want to go scuba diving in the Red Sea. I'm getting all sorts of like these fantasies. You could even have a map at home, a scratch map, or you could have like a bucket list with lots of things for you to experience in this lifetime, and that's what you want to take with you before you die. And I see this happening for you, and you will do it together with your spouse. Your spouse will have that same sense of adventure. Look at this. I love how she has this kingdom of lights on top of her hairdo. That is a wonderful achievement to actually be able to hold that up. But it's a lot about having a very rich imagination, and it's not about a rich imagination regarding living on other planets or in different dimensions. This is about enjoying life here on Earth. I think that maybe you guys want to travel to the castle that initially inspired Walt Disney to use as its logo, right? Neuschwanstein, right? Which I think it's in the center of Europe, continental Europe. So you might want to travel there as well. We also have here the King of Cups. Oh, so sweet. So you have here the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Yeah, so I have a feeling that your partner will be quite artistic. They'll be quite sweet. They will definitely indulge in these fantasies. Like, I have a feeling you could say something and your partner is gonna go ahead and deliver it. It's like, for example, I used to have that with my ex-husband, and that's why our relationship was so wonderful while it lasted. It was this feeling that I would imagine something and I would say, how would it be right now to go on a bike ride from this city to the other city? And then all of a sudden he surprised me by coming up the next morning with a plan on how we could actually make this happen. And we made it, you know, like we actually jumped on this idea. It was crazy. It was actually a lot of effort to accomplish it, but we did it. We managed to somehow, through my imagination and his savoir-faire, his planning skills, we did it. And you guys, I see the same for you. That's why I'm sharing this experience. Not to override your reading in any way, but I'm saying that this is possible, you know? And I have a feeling your daily routine is not going to be a routine at all. You might have these kind of moments when, you know, you're going to wake up, you're going to drink some coffee or, you know, eat the breakfast or brush your teeth. But it's like I see you opening the window to your bus or to your car, to your camper van. And all of a sudden you're like in a region where it's softly raining in the south of England next to Glastonbury. Or one day you could be someplace on the margins of Prague, for example, also in a camper van city or something like that. So it's like the scenery will change, and every day you will be in a completely different space, and you're really going to enjoy this dynamic, active lifestyle. I mean, you chose the Stardust card, which is a lot about having this cosmic connection, feeling like you understand that reality is socially constructed by other people. 1111, you can see through the matrix. You see that all these things, homes, insurance, mortgages, jobs in corporations, even the fact that we actually try to organize and compartmentalize time in weeks and days and hours, this is a man-made construction. This is created by the human ego. It is not what our biological, cosmic, spiritual existence is about, right? I mean, if you were to take all of these things away, it will just be you, naked, in a field, wanting to eat, wanting to fuck, wanting to sleep underneath the stars, right? That is how we actually were created here. But we kept creating all these other things, right? From our fears, from our needs to actually try to protect ourselves, to keep ourselves away from death, disease, and all sorts of other aspects, right? So you're able to parse through all of that and get down to the basics, and your spouse is going to be doing the same. So it's like you will take whatever challenge, whatever difficulty in your stride, you know? I think you could also be a person that is into natural birth and like breastfeeding your baby by holding them very close to their chest with a sling, or having all sorts of like these shamanic and kind of very deeply spiritual, rooted in the culture of your ancestor practices when you will give birth to a baby and when you will take care of the baby. I think a lot of you might give birth to your baby during your field work. For example, as I said, if the scenario where you guys are anthropologists traveling the world applies, you might give birth, you know, while you are just in the Congo, right? In the forest, in the rainforest, trying to map out the behavior of certain gorillas, you know, or something like that. I have a feeling that this is the kind of, it's a little bit like a National Geographic kind of couple life, you know, that's kind of what I have in mind for you. And we also have here the King of Swords. I didn't want to pay attention to this card because it just dropped to the side. There are a lot of cards that dropped, but I'm not paying attention to them in your reading, which is really interesting. I haven't been doing this in a while now in my reading, but I have a feeling that you guys could have people or challenging aspects in your life that might want to hold you back or might criticize you. The King of Swords can be quite critical, you know, can be quite just. I'm also feeling that these could be some sort of maybe rules and regulations that you might not want to obey or you might want to override. I have a feeling that you guys will not be so sticklers to what is legal, let's just say that. From time to time you might want to smoke marijuana in a place where, for example, it's not allowed to do so, or engage in taking some shrooms, you know, or some like ways to escape reality. And I think this is part of the whole experience of trying out different things from different cultures. You know, you might drink some yerba mate mixture someplace in Chile, depending on where you guys travel or where you go. And I have a sense that you're not gonna be such sticklers to rules and regulations, like, yeah, oh, we broke that law, oh, sorry, okay, fine us, why don't you? You know, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here with the King of Swords. And there might be a parent that kind of constantly wants to keep in touch with you guys, either with you or with your spouse, trying to tell you, like, when are you gonna grow up, when are you gonna settle down someplace? But I have a feeling you guys are just gonna be like, well, not very soon, because we like to keep moving. We like to have a very active life. I feel like from time to time you guys are gonna switch transportation, and I think this depends on the season as well. Like, you might travel by boat or travel by car, or, you know, by plane, depending on whatever suits your needs at the time. But there is a sense of freedom here. There is a sense of exploration, of travel. Your settled life together will not be boring at all. It will be filled with you always kind of meeting new people, introducing new people into the relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys might actually have kind of like an open partnership. Like, you might not believe in monogamy, and that's why you kind of need this diversity. So there might be some romantic connections you establish with people along the way. But this is just for a small group of you guys that tuned into this. The majority of you, you're just going to be together with your spouse, and you're going to be very happy, you know, exploring the world and traveling, and not sticking to a daily routine. You know, you only go to certain places, you only like fill in your tax reports if you have to, you only go to the dentist if you really have to, if it really hurts, things like that. It's like you're not really sticking to these. As I said, you're not going to the spa once a week, or doing your nails, or going to the saloon once a week, or something like that, right? You're much more about exploring the world, seeing wildlife, protecting wildlife. You guys could actually work for a humanitarian organization that pays for your trip so you can take part in wildlife conservation, you know? I do see you like this. Oh, I'm hearing that some of you could actually live in a kibbutz as well. So this is really interesting. Yeah, so somewhere in Israel, right? And you might switch, you might travel from one kibbutz to the other. I'm not sure what the regulations are or how you can join or leave a kibbutz, but the word popped up, so there you go. Okay, I feel the need to actually mention it. That's what I had for you. This sounds like a super adventurous lifestyle. Wow. Yeah, some people dream about having this kind of lifestyle. So yeah, I do feel that you're gonna have a really original, settled life together, and you will definitely not be bored. You will not have a boring 9 to 5, you know, going to work, coming back home. You're going to want to infuse your life with a lot of creativity and freedom. Yeah. So I really hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope you can use it and manifest it. Go and have a look at all the other readings that I made as part of this series, and have a look in the description box below, because I have 4 to 5 more extra pick a card readings that you can use to complement this wonderful manifestation of your committed love. Stay tuned. The next pick a card readings that I will have will not be part of a series. There will be more general messages about love and life and lust, and I look forward to creating them. I look forward to create them for you. And I need to go because I need to repair my grammar. Bye.